If Pierre and his executive think that his leadership review is such a sure thing, why are they putting so much scaffolding around it? Let's talk about it. Because even conservatives within the party are starting to give it the side eye. Now, I'm not saying anything illegal is happening here, but when you connect the dots, it definitely is fishy. First off, it's not a full member vote. It's a delegate vote. And delegates traditionally favor the leadership that's in charge. Now, like I said, they've used delegates historically in the CPC for leadership reviews. That's not fishy, but when you couple it with the fact that they tweaked the rules back in 2019 so that the central executive has more say over how delegates get picked and how riding associations operate, it becomes suspicious because the guardrails are looser, and that matters when you're reviewing a leader. Then the review got moved from Toronto to Calgary, dropped on the same weekend as the Ontario Conservative Convention. Timing and location are not neutral. They decided who can show up and who can organize and who suddenly has to choose. And that really matters here because we know that Doug Ford and the Doug Ford faction of conservatives don't like Pierre. So they've basically been cut out of the convention. Then you add in a massively big conservative influencer convention event that's happening in Calgary the same time with the likes of people like Mario and Berta Proud Dad. And all of a sudden, you've got a curated narrative environment. It doesn't prove coordination, but visibility and amplification matter here. None of this on its own proves anything. But when you stack it all up together, delegate only voting, more executive control, strategic timing, strategic location, and narrative shaping, yeah, you can see why some of the even conservative insiders are giving this whole thing the side eye. Now, if Pierre manages to hang on to his leadership, which it sounds like he might, here's what I think is going to happen next. Now, this is totally speculation. I'm not saying that this is true, or I'm not making any false claims here. This is just what I think is going to happen next. I think that more MPs will cross the floor to the Liberals. The remaining MPs behind will see that they made a big mistake. They will use the Reform Act to oust Pierre, and the party will split into a true progressive conservative party and then whatever you want to call Pierre's brand of politics. Because, see, internal democracy isn't just about following the rules. It's about trust. And if the chief executive and Pierre's team breaks that trust, the party will implode. Say no to Christo-fascism and have a day.